I wanted to talk to you also about times of the day where people should be working out. I had Dr. James D. Antonio on before, and he was looking at chronobiologically for a healthy person. The afternoon is actually better than the morning. He said you can move in the morning, but if you're doing more heavy lifting and everything, wait until the afternoon, you get a few meals in you and everything. And that's when you have the ability to actually do better with your exercise. But when you're talking about someone that's chronically ill, it's not an athlete. Is there a better time of the day to work out?
I personally would recommend for patients to try to get exercise in the morning. I know that for like a regular healthy person, the afternoon time might be more ideal, but based on research from, all over, cortisol is usually more elevated in the morning and usually reaches a peak around 8 a.m. So naturally, you're going to feel a little bit more alert in the morning when working out because cortisol is higher. In the evening, the cortisol starts to decrease. So that's why you might feel a little bit more tired at the end of the day when you're trying to work out. But everyone's so different. I say it's very personal. So depending on the kind of illness you have and what your symptoms are, you should listen to your body. So if your body's telling you that you feel good in the morning and you want to get in a light workout, whether a walk or a jog or biking in the morning, then do it. If you're feeling tired at the end of the day, then don't do it. Everyone's so unique and different, and it's kind of really personal to how you're feeling with what you're dealing with.
And would you recommend that people try and get outside as quickly as possible when they're working out, meaning like combine the two? We know that vitamin D, some, exposure to sunlight as well as fresh air is usually good. Would you recommend that to people, or just say, just go to the gym and walk on the treadmill?
For sure. I think getting outside is better than working out inside. I think the fresh air and getting in the sunlight, like you said, gives you a mood, it boosts serotonin. Whereas when you're working out in a gym, you're just surrounded by like a few walls. There's no real like natural light. There's a lot of people. It can be overcrowded. So I feel like if you're someone that doesn't like that overstimulation of the gym, then working out outside would probably be your best bet. So it's just a lot more calming and relaxing. And a lot of people like to go and get their exercise where there's a view. So if you're walking by the ocean or something like that, then that's super beneficial for you mentally as well as physically.
Yeah, I think people need to change their definition of like working out, because we think of working out as you have to be in a gym. For me, though, like most gyms are like fluorescent lights that are bad for your circadian rhythms. It's usually like in a place that, I don't know, sometimes they have mold, I've noticed in gyms, because it's like you got water around, sweaty people, like all this. And sometimes it's just not the ideal situation for someone who's already dealing with illness. That's why I say like change workout to mean movement, to mean, stimulation. Using your muscles a little bit, not, really, really lifting heavy weights sometimes, although you could do some, body weights. How do you feel about using body weights? You mentioned squats before you got on this. Is that something you recommend to patients as they get more comfortable?
Yeah, I would just recommend take it one step at a time is what I like to tell patients. See how you're feeling. If you feel like you want to start out slow and build your way up to doing heavier weights, then do it. It depends on everyone's strength. So it's really very personalized to how you want to start off. But usually people like to start off with lighter weights and just work their way up the ladder to doing heavier lifting if that's something that you're able to physically do.